Hey friend, Dan Smith once again. This is video number 10 of the Simple Success series, 10-part video series that I'm making for you because I want to teach you some laws that I believe are success principles, success laws that you can take and you can create success in anything that you want to do. And so this last law number 10, is the ABCs. And in a lot of ways it relates to law number 1, but I think it's also, I'm going to differentiate it a little bit here as well. So let's, once again, we're going to recap the 10 laws. What are they? Law number 1, decide what you want and write it down on a piece of paper. Law number 2, when do you want it? You got to put a date by it. You have to have a date. Law number 3, decide what you'll give up in order to get what you want. Success in anything is always going to cost you something. You have to pay the price, and you got to pay it up front. It has to be paid first. Okay? And law number 4 is association. You got to associate with people who can help you get what you want, and that's called your mastermind group. Law number 5 is plan your work and then work your plan. Law 6 is goal setting. You got to set goals. Little incremental steps, and you got to take some action every day. Law number 7 is affirmation. You got to affirm what you want. You got to talk to yourself. You got to speak it. You'll never rise above your affirmations or your confession. Law number 8 is visualization. Your subconscious mind can't take a joke, and it can't differentiate whether you are actually living something or whether you're merely imagining it in your mind. Law number 9 is your why. You've got to have a tight why. Your why should make you cry. It should make you squirm, okay? And it should drive you out of your comfort zone. And law number 10 is the ABCs. And what is the law of ABCs? Well, here's what it is. If you was going to go find a job and you didn't know where to go look for a job, you might go to a job placement company. Okay? And you go in and they'd have you fill out some forms and they'd ask you a series of questions. And one of the very first questions that they're going to ask you is, what do you know how to do? Okay, so what you know how to do, you might list several different things. Maybe you've painted houses in the past, and you say, well, I've painted houses. And maybe you were a waiter in a restaurant for a while. So, I've waited tables before. And who knows what else. Maybe you've been a coach, a basketball coach. Something like that in the past. Okay, so those are your criteria. You know how to paint, you know how to wait tables, and you know how to coach a basketball team. So that's what they're going to say. Well, which one of those, if we can find you a job in one of these areas, what would you want to do? Well, maybe you want to wait tables. Okay, you got burnt out on painting. You had a losing season as a coach. And so you think, well, maybe I'll go for waiting tables once again. So that's where they're going to try to place you. And that is an A goal. An A goal is a safe goal. An A goal is something that you already know how to do. You've done it in the past. You know that you can very easily take those same skills and go put those into another position. You're just rolling over, so to speak. You're rolling over from one job you've already done to another job that you've already done, and you're just looking for a way to make a few bucks, okay? So what's a B goal? Well, a B goal, they might ask you, well, what do you think that you could do? What do you think that you could maybe do? Yeah, we know you've painted before. We know that you've waited tables. We know that you've been a coach in the past. What do you think you could do? And you might come up with something off the wall. Well, I think that I could grade diamonds. I think that if you brought me a bunch of diamonds, I could give me one of those little eyeglass deals. I could look in there and I could grade those diamonds and I could tell you what that diamond's worth. Okay, that's what you think that you could do. And so that's maybe not a safe job. It's not the safe thing like the A goal. It's a B goal, but it's not that far removed from the A goal. You think you might be able to do it because maybe you like to look at your diamond ring a lot. So anyways, that's the A goal, that's a B goal. Well, what's a C goal? Well, a C goal is what you want to do. And that goes back to that law number 1. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? That deep driving desire that you have. Something that just, your life will not be complete. You will not rest until you have that. And that's that C goal. And that C goal will scare you. Okay? And so, I know this relates to that law number 1, decide what you want. But this has got to be big. This has got to be something that's not safe, okay? It's scary. It scares you half out of your mind when you think about it, and you have that why that makes you cry. Your big, big goal in life. Your knock it out of the park goal. What is it? What do you want? And that's your C goal, okay? So the once again, let's drive these laws deep in your mind through repetition. Number 1, decide what you want, write it down. Number 2, when do you expect to have it? You got to put a date on it. And law number 3, decide what you'll give up in order to get what you want. It's got to cost you something. Law number 4 is association. Have a mastermind group of people who you can plug yourself into, who have more knowledge and more wisdom that you have, and they are more than happy to pass that knowledge and that wisdom on to you to help you achieve your goals. Okay, that's association. Law number 5 is plan your work and work your plan. Law number 6 is goal setting. You've got to set goals and you got to take action a little bit every day. Law number 7 is affirmation. You've got to speak what you want. Law number 8 is visualization. You got to visualize what you want to do. And law number 9 is your why. That why has to be so strong that it makes you cry. And law number 10 is the big goal. What do you want? And what will you do to get it? So this is Dan Smith. I truly hope that this video series has been helpful for you. And believe it or not, I'm going to shoot you a bonus video. I'm going to give you a bonus video. Look for that in your inbox tomorrow. This will be video number 11. And I think that it's going to make some sense to you when I shoot this video, and when you hear what I'm talking about, you're going to recognize what I'm talking about. It's going to make some sense to you. So this is Dan Smith. This is video number 10 in the 10-part series, Simple Success series that I've shot for you. I hope this helps you in your life. These principles, I know this is only an overview, that in order to really have the big goal, you're going to have to dig deep into these principles, and you're going to have to probably read some books, you're going to have to listen to some audios, and really figure out what it's going to take for you to hit your out-of-the-park goal. Dan Smith, I'll catch you tomorrow with a bonus video, video number 11. Until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Goodbye for now.